Hey guys, welcome to this amazing AI agent free course. Okay, so my dear friends, this course is about AI agent, N8N and automation, and this course is for everyone. So if you're just starting with you know uh, about learning AI agent, so this is a complete beginner's guide for you guys. So even if you are a person who is not from any tech background, still you guys can go ahead with this course. Here we will going to discuss about AI agent, what is AI agent, what is automations. Okay, so everything has been covered from scratch. We will going to cover lot many concepts like LLM, tools, workflow, executions. Okay, how to set up your automation tools like N8N on your own server. So all these things have been discussed. What is LLM AI models, tools, API, okay, and much more, what is credentials and many more. So you will basically be able to create your own AI agent very easily with this free course. So if you're interested, make sure that you guys watch the complete free course from starting to end. So let's discuss about AI agent. Now, frankly speaking, I don't want to make it very much complex. I want to go step by step to cover about AI agent in very detail. Now, this is a very beginner friendly guide. So from scratch, I will try to explain you everything. And personally speaking, if you find some of the terms which you are not familiar with right now, so don't worry, each and everything we will going to cover. Now, if we talk about AI agent, so in a very simple definition, I have written mixture of brain, which is LLM AI model, and body part, which is tools, is known as AI agent. Just for now, understand brain. Okay, like we humans have brain. So our brain can think, understand, and it can suggest action on the basis of what it has think and what it has understand, right? So on the basis of that, our brain can take you know some suggested actions which our brain will think, okay, this is something we should do. So it suggests us some action. So that is the brain. Okay, now we have one body part. Okay, like we have hands, we have legs as a human. So what these hands and legs do is that it help to implement suggested actions which our brain has suggested to us. So this particular brain help you to think, understand, and it suggests action, but it is actually done by our hands and legs, which is our body part. Okay, now suppose, let's say we have this TV. Okay, that is the television, and we have remote. Okay, now let's say I want to turn off this TV. So I will going to click on this power button. So what will going to happen? Your brain, let's say you want to turn off the TV, so your brain will think, okay, I have a remote control, so this button will help me to turn off the television. So your brain will think that, okay, but your main action will be performed by your body part. So you can see your hand. This hand will help you to click on this button to turn the TV off. So here two things are happening. First, your brain is making you guys think, understand, and it is suggesting the action that if we click on this button, the TV will turn off. But that action will be performed by your body part, which is right now, let's say, hand. This will actually going to do that task, okay, which our brain has suggested. So this is what it is. Brain and body part both are important to complete any particular task. Okay, so our brain can think, understand, and it can suggest action. It cannot do anything by its own. It needs body part so that it can perform the action, right? So brain can only think, understand, and suggest action. But when we talk about, let's say, body part, so it basically implement the suggested action. So whatever brain has suggested us, so that suggestion will be implemented by this body part, and that is what exactly I have taught you over here. Now similarly, my dear friends, your brain is something equals to LLM AI models. Now don't worry what is LLM AI model, just understand it is like a artificial brain. Okay, it is also a brain, but it is more powerful, more intelligent, more smart as compared to we humans. So these AI brains are generally created by lot many big companies. Okay, so they are very big companies like OpenAI. We will going to talk about LLM. Okay, even Google has their uh, AI. Okay, and let's say even there are plenty of big companies. Okay, who basically create this AI brain. So this AI brain works like a human brain, but it is more intelligent and powerful. So it can also think, it can also understand, it can also suggest the action like we humans brain do. Okay, that's it. Now similarly like body part. So there are plenty of tools in the market. Okay, as in the point of view of AI agent, so there are plenty of tools. So they act like hands and legs like we humans have body parts. So similarly the AI agent have some tools which act like legs and hands that help to implement the suggested action. So like what are LLM model, which is artificial brain. Okay, so whatever it thinks, understand, and on that basis whatever it suggests that this particular action is to be performed, so that particular action is basically completed by tools which is like hands and legs for AI agent who actually implement the suggested action by LLM AI models. Don't worry, we will going to cover about LLM AI models in more detail, but just understand it is equal to, let's say, human brain, but more powerful, more intelligent, and more smart. Okay, and like we humans have body part, so similarly you can make it equals to tools. Okay, for AI agent. Now if you again go to AI agent, so like we have brain and body part, so that is what make any tasks accomplish for humans. Okay, we need both brain, we need the mixture of brain and body part to do any tasks, right? So similarly AI agent has their LLM AI model which is like a brain. Okay, which basically think, understand, and action, suggest the action. And AI agent also has the body part in form of a tools like apps, API, etc. Okay, so that's the reason I have kept a very simple meaning that AI agent is nothing, it is a mixture of brain and AI agent is a mixture of LLM AI model and tools. You can see LLM AI models and tools. These both are combined together and they form AI agent. Now you can see that I have make it more simple. Now AI agent, I have just remove all this stuff which I just taught you like brain and all to explain you. But in simple, AI agent is a mixture of LLM AI models and tools. Okay, so every time in this course whenever I say AI agent, so you can assume it like a AI robot. Okay, so you can call that as a AI agent. So this robot also has a brain which is LLM AI model, and it also has this hands and legs, so it is called as tools. Okay, so for this course we will always going to use this robot. So always assume that this is a AI agent who is the combination of, or I can say mixture of, both LLM AI models and tools. So this is the concept of AI agent. Learning about AI agent. Now, if we first talk about AI agent, so here we have AI. So if you know or if you don't know, so AI means what? It means artificial intelligence. Okay, that is the full form of AI. Now, in the case of AI, we have a lot of concepts like NLP, LLM, prompt, tokens, API, and much more. So, frankly speaking, my dear friends, if you actually want to learn about AI in more detail, so I will provide you one of the free course I have on my website, okay, which you can take as a free resource. Now, if you go here, let's say just search for Kuku courses, click on enter, you will go to this website kukucourses.com. Just go to this particular website, and here just click on this courses, free courses, or even you can click on this watch free courses. Go here and just search here AI. You will see this AI course for beginners. If you open this course, it's a complete free course for all you. You can see AI course for beginners. Here we have covered all the concepts like NLP, LLM, AI models, prompt engineering, and API, and much more. So basically the thing is that it's a complete 2 hours free course. All you need to do is to click on the start course button. That's it, and you have this free course available for you. You guys can watch this complete AI free course. Now it's like a extra supplement, okay, which I want to provide you. So for this AI agent course, it is not actually important for you guys to understand the NLP, LLM, all these concepts. In AI agent also we will going to cover some of the concept, but if you have time, so you can watch this 2 hours free course. It will just going to help you extra, okay, as a bonus to understand AI agent more properly, okay. So that's the free course I want to provide you. So if you have time, so please go ahead, and I always warn you that it has nothing to do with the AI agent. Whatever the concepts we require, we will actually going to learn those concepts, right, in this AI agent course. But for now, if you actually want to get the most out of AI, so make sure that you explore our free course on our website. It will be lifetime free course. If you have a time, so please watch this. After you just pause this video and go and just watch this particular course, it will be sufficient for you. And then if you try to watch the AI agent, you will feel yourself that you have lots of knowledge, and you will easily going to grasp the concepts. But still, as I am suggesting again, it is not totally required. It's totally optional for you to watch the free course, but if you watch it, it will benefit you extra, okay. But whatever concept we will going to teach you, we will try to explain you those things here as well, okay. But this is all I wanted to share about free course, and along with the AI we do have plenty of other free courses. You can see like Elementor free course, build e-commerce website, data analytics courses, Canva course, and much more. You guys can see here we have many of them. You can go to next pages, you will see affiliate marketing free course, plenty of them. So you can always go ahead and explore our website. It will really going to help you out, okay. Many people ask what is the difference between automation and AI agent. So let's try to understand the difference between automation versus AI agent. So let's understand that with the help of example. Suppose I have a bakery shop, and in my bakery shop I sell two things, let's say cake, and another one is the pizza. So these are the two items I sell, okay, in my bakery shop. So what I do is that online, okay, on my website I created a form that help the users to place order in my website, okay, online. So what users need to do is to that they have to put their name, then they have to put their address where they want to deliver the order, and the order details like what they want, pizza, okay, and they can provide the pizza details like what type of a pizza they want, extra cheese, non-veg pizza or veg pizza. So all such details have to be provided here in the order. And then what will going to happen, the automation will going to happen. So we will set a rule that whenever the order will be placed, so that order place will be sent to the shop. So this is the automation we have set. Let's try to understand it. For example, I will take two scenarios. One will be the automation here, and another one will be the AI agent, so that we can understand the difference between both of them. So in automation, what will going to happen, it will going to repeat the tasks on the rules. So whatever rules we have set, so what rules we have said, that once the order placed will be sent to the shop. So that is the automation. So what will going to happen, let's say this person, he will put his name, address, and in the order he will say, hey, I need pizza with extra cheese and blah blah blah. He will going to put all the order details, and once he sent or placed the order, so what automation will going to do, this order will be taken online, okay, through the automation to the manager of the bakery shop. Then the manager will receive the order and he will send it to the pizza department, because this particular example is related to pizza, where this person has ordered a pizza. Okay, so so automation will take this order to the manager, and the manager will receive the order, and he will see that okay, this order is related to pizza. He will manually check it, and then it will send to pizza department, okay, to deliver the order. Similarly, in the second case, this is a girl. She will put, her name, her address, and what order she want. Like she needs a cake, fully veg, okay, and name written on the cake is Maya. So all the order details it will she will going to fill, and once she place the order, through the automation, this will go to the manager. He will receive the order, and then he will think that okay, this is something related to cake, so he will send this to cake department. Okay, so this is how, okay, the automation will work. So automation will going to just repeat the tasks on rule. So the automation, okay, or I can say the rule is said that once the order is placed through the form, it will go to the bakery shop. So the manager, basically the manager will going to see the message. So this is the simple automation which is set. Okay, now let's see with the AI agent. So now we have thought about automation. Now let's compare that with the AI agent. Now in case of AI agent, what happen is that AI agent already have the automation system, plus it also has the AI agent which is LLM plus tools. So you remember the robot we have kept. So this AI agent has the capability of brain, okay, brain like human has the brain. This person is thinking that this order is related to pizza. He will think and then he will send manually to the pizza department. In the second case, again, in the automation case, the manager, he also has a brain. So he will think for this order, and when he will find that this order is something related to cake, so it will be sent to the cake department. But this time what will going to happen, everything will be automated. That means the uh, automation will work like this. The this person will place the order through automation. Now instead of human, like last time we have a human, but this time we will going to have a robot, because this robot, which is a AI agent, he has the power of LLM plus tool. So you remember, LLM means a brain, and tools means some legs and hands. So this AI agent already has the brain and tools. So what will going to happen, all the messages, whether it's a pizza related, cheese pizza related, cake related, all this order place will automatically go to this particular robot. Now what this robot will going to do, through this automation message which he has received, now AI agent will understand, because he has a brain like human. He will understand the order, like which order it is. Is it related to pizza or related to cake? So now AI agent will understand the order, and on that basis it will automatically, now focus here, automatically it will send it to the relevant department. Okay, so automatically you can see through the automation, automatically it will send to the pizza department, and automatically it will be sent to the cake department. Also when the order was placed, so through the automation, the AI agent received the order, and through the automation also, in this case the AI agent received the order, and automatically after understanding, because he has a brain, and remember he has a tools, hands and legs, so it will automatically understand it, and automatically the AI agent will send it to a particular department. So everything is automated. But in the case of automation, what was happening, it was just working on the basis of rules. Okay, so you will going to get the form, user will place the order, and through the automation it will receive to the individual. Now this individual will manually going to work, but right now here again through automation the message will go to robot, and this is a robot, not a human, right? So here it will going to work 24 by 7. But in case of a person, what will going to happen, he can work for a particular hours, okay, and you will also going to pay them salary, okay, to do these tasks. But in the case of AI, he can work 24 by 7, okay, and he don't need any type of a salary and all, okay, with just very affordable, very cheap, okay, way, he can do the complete tasks for you. He can receive the orders through automation, and automatically with his brain he will understand it, and on that basis it will automatically send the through automation to the particular department. So what you have to understand is that AI agent already have the capability of automation inside it, okay, plus he will also going to have the capacity or capability of a brain, and hands and legs, which are tools, which we totally sum up and say AI agent. Okay, so AI agent will already going to have all the AI agent capabilities plus the automation capabilities. So now hope you guys have understood the concept behind the difference between the automation versus AI agent. So automation is simply going to work on rules. Whatever rules you will set, it will going to repeat that same tasks again and again. So new people will come, they will place the order, and through the automation we have set the rule that the order will go to the shop. So that rule it will follow, and the automation cannot go beyond the rule. So whatever rules we have set, it has to follow that rule, and it has to be within the rules. But when it in the case of AI agent, automation will going to happen, that is something very easy, okay. But as a additional, he will also going to have the AI agent capabilities like brain and tools, LLM plus tools, remember. So this will make, or this makes the AI agent more powerful as compared to automation. Automation plus it will going to have all the AI agent capabilities. So that's the difference between automations versus AI agents. So I just try to explain you with the concept of simply with the concept of uh, this example. But hope you guys have got the little bit idea about the difference between automation versus AI agent. Now let's talk about which tool to use. So you all know that when we talk about AI agent, it is a mixture of LLM AI models and tools. Okay, so the tools concept we will going to focus now. So when we talk about tools, so there are plenty of tools in the market, like very common is N8N, and people also use Make. So you can see this is a N8N and this is a Make. Now don't worry about these websites and all. We will even teach you how to set up each and everything, okay. But question arises is that the time when I'm recording the lecture, so these are the very popular automation tool. Maybe in future you may have different automation tools, but N8N and Make is currently trending. Now whenever you want to choose any of the automation tools, so you first have to, you're choosing like which tool to choose. It basically depends on the workflow and execution and the pricing. So uh, if you want to know, or if you want to think that if you're confused what tool to use, so you must check about the workflow, execution and pricing of that tool, okay. Then on this basis you can basically understand which tools to use, and of course I will going to give you my recommendation. But to choose any tool, you first need to understand what is the workflow and execution, okay. So guys, workflow, when we talk about workflow, so sometimes it is also known as scenarios, okay. So basically it's a canvas to build automation and AI agent. So if you talk about workflow, so if you see here, I have N8N. Now let's say if I click on create workflow, okay, so it will going to give me a blank canvas, okay, like this. And in this blank canvas I can create automation and all. So this is what the workflow is. Workflow basically provides you with one canvas where you can build your automations and AI agent. So that is what the workflow is. Okay, some tools called it as a scenarios. Okay, so it's nothing canvas where we can build our AI tools agent. You can see here we have plenty of things triggered. So these are things where we're not going to talk in this lecture, but hope you guys have got the understanding about workflow. Now the second thing we have is the executions. Some company also called it as the operations. Now what does it means? So each automation start to end, okay, will be considered as a one execution. For example, if you remember this particular one example, so this is what I have here. If you will see carefully, so here what happening is that this person, okay, will going to put that I want pizza. It will go to the automation, and the AI will response, and again it will send to a proper department through the automation. So it has started here and it has ended here. So it will be considered as a one execution. Similarly, this girl will going to do the same thing. So again the automation will start from here and it will going to end here. So it will be considered as a uh, another execution. So execution means when your automation start to end, okay, it is considered as a one execution. So if you will see here in this example, we have a total of two execution. One is for this person start to end, and second one is for this one to this one. Okay, so one two total two execution that has been occurred, and it is also known as operations. Now when you go to any automation tool, so just go to their pricing, and here you will going to see it is saying that 2.5 thousand workflow executions. That means you can see here like we have one execution, another execution. So let's say whenever automation you will create, so from starting to end it will be one execution. So similarly it will allow the $20 per month will allow you approx 2.5 thousand executions. Okay, that means automation is starting to end is allowed till 2500, okay, approx, right? So that is the workflow execution per month. Okay, and here you can see with unlimited workflow. Workflow means here let's say this is automation. Let's say this is my one automation. If you go to overview, and if you go to your overview workflow, so you can see one workflow is created. If I click on create workflow, and again another workflow will be created. So basically you can create unlimited workflow with this particular plan of $20. And of course if you want more, like right now it's 2.4k execution it is allowing. But let's say if you pay, let's say 50 euros, so they will offer 10,000. And if you want more you can contact to us. So basically each automation will going to charge you on the basis of the workflow and execution. Okay, and of course you need to check the pricing as well. Now if you go to another tool, that is the make, and if you see here in the pricing, they offer a free plan $0 per month, and here you can see 1000 operations per month. So I told you that operations is nothing, just like execution. Okay, so it will, in the free plan it will allow you 1000 operations per month, okay, in the free plan, right? But if you start to pay $10 approx per if you see here per month, okay, monthly basis, and you can create, like here in the free plan you are limited with the number of workflow, the scenario you can create. But of course if you start to pay them, you can see you can create unlimited scenarios, that means workflow, okay, canvas where you can build automations and AI agents. So this is what it is. And the another thing is that which I want to tell you. Now if you see N8N and make, So N8N is available in their website. You can see this is N8N, and you can just pay to them and you can use N8N inside, inside their website. Same in the Make, they also have the web version, so you can just subscribe to their plan and you can use it inside their website. But N8N, when we talk about N8N, so they also have one way to install N8N locally on your system or on your server. Okay, so that is the facility also it has. But if you see here, we have a web version of N8N, we have a local and self-installed version of N8N, and Make web version is also available for you. So if you see the workflow and scenarios, workflow and the executions, so you can see that N8N is limited. Let's say if you go to N8N, you can see they are offering limited workflow executions. Okay, but if you will pay more, you will going to get more. Let's say if you want more of these executions and all, so you need to pay them more. If you want more than 10k, again you can see you have the 50k as well, so they will charge you 120 euros. And if you want more, so more you have to pay. So that is what I have written here, limited. Okay, if you want to pay, if you want more, so you need to pay more to them. Okay, by the way, N8N is let's say free, but you need to pay them $20 per month. Okay, now why it is free? Because N8N also has the local and community version. So there you can go ahead with unlimited workflows and executions. You can create unlimited. Okay, again I'm again telling you, unlimited. All you need to do is to pay $5 per month, that's it. Okay, and another one is the Make. Now here it is limited. Okay, they also you can see here every plan has some limitations, like they will allow 1,000 here in the free plan if you go with the $10 per month. So there are some limitations like access to web API, and also everything is limited. If you pay more, you will going to get more features and functionality. But frankly speaking, it is limited. But if you pay more to them, so they will going to give you more features and more workflows and execution. So they have a free plan, but it is start with $10 per month if you want to start with their automation. So frankly speaking, what I mean to say that N8N self-host version is the best. It has all the features of Make. Okay, you can see for that same thing you have to pay $34 if you want to get the complete, like if you even want to use their templates and all, if you want to execute the custom variables, access to Make API and all this functionality. So if you want total full-fledged automation tool, so you need to invest $34 per month. Okay, but of course their basic plan start with $10 per month, but it has limitations. Okay, like you cannot create custom variables and all. But N8N, when we talk about N8N self-host version, so it has unlimited workflows and executions, and all the features are unlimited. Like all the premium features are totally unlimited for free. All you need to do is to that you need to pay $5 per month to install this N8N. That's it. So this is what I suggest. And if you will going to see that I have installed N8N on my own server, you can see I will show you how you can install N8N as well. Okay, but what I frankly feel is that you have to go with this plan. But again, if you want to use N8N web version, so that's totally up to you. Still it will cost you $20 per month. Okay, so that's huge. And by the way, it is not free, only the community version is free. Okay, so wait, let me just make it correct if you are getting confused. Okay, so wait, let me just put here. Okay, awesome. Now let me make it correct. Okay, so now N8N self host is totally free. Okay, but you need to just pay $5 per month for the server. That's it. And if you will compare with other services, it is unlimited, and also it is very affordable and cheap. Okay, now you might be confused that free you have written, also pay $5 per month you have also written. So what is that case? See, See, if you want to install N8N, okay, on your own server, if you go with this one, pay $5 per month. So here what is happening is that you need one VPS server, okay, and this VPS server will going to cost you $5 per month, and N8N is totally free. All you need to pay is the cost for the VPS. That's it. And it is cheap as $5 per month, very affordable. And once you have this server set up, you can use N8N and complete automation features for absolutely free for lifetime. So the process is to get domain, then we will teach you how to set up VPS, then how to install Coolify in VPS, then how to install N8N in Coolify just with one click. And don't worry, it's just a one-time setup, and you can use it. You can use N8N for free for lifetime with unlimited features, unlimited automation functionalities. All you just need to pay is $5 per month. That's it, okay? And that is what it is. And we will going to use a tool known as Coolify, okay? So this will help you to install N8N in just one click, and don't worry about anything that it is complicated and all. You will see that when we were going to teach you to set up N8N, it will be very much amazing, okay, without any complex. We will teach you. All you need to do is just a few clicks and all your N8N will be complete setup on your own server. Okay, you can have unlimited workflows and executions and unlimited automation functionality just for $5 per month. You have to invest for server, and N8N is absolutely free, okay, the community version. So now let's see how we can set up the N8N with the help of Coolify. Now let's see what is Coolify, okay, or just search for Coolify, and you will see this Coolify dot io over here. Just go to the site. Now when we talk about Coolify, so guys, it's a very powerful panel, okay. So using this you can install any application you want, okay, on your own system. Like let's say it could be the, let's say, Motic, N8N, okay, which is for the automation, and plenty of other things, okay, which is very simple and easy, like WordPress, okay, and anything you want, okay. So basically when we talk about, let's say, Coolify, okay, so if you just go ahead and see the Coolify, so it's a self-hosting system. We will going to teach you inside this free course, okay, okay, how that will going to work, by the way. But this is very powerful, okay. I will going to show you that, okay. So you just need to install Coolify on your server, okay, let's say on your VPS server. We will teach you how you can set it up, and then you can install whatever you want, okay. So this is all about Coolify, but as you will go and learn with me practically, so you will better going to understand that, okay. But for now, let's understand that there is something known as Coolify that will help you to self-host amazing powerful softwares, like it could be Mautic, N8N, okay, WordPress, okay, or it can be databases like MongoDB, or it could be anything, okay. Now what are the steps we will going to follow? By the way, you can just search for Kuku courses. Just go to this website kukucourses.com, open the first link, and wait, let me just go to tools here, and let me just search for here Notepad. So guys, just go to my site, okay, and just search for Notepad over here, okay. Wait. Okay, just search for Notepad, okay, or you will going to see it over here directly. Just open this Notepad over here, and guys, using this, I will going to teach you, by the way. Whatever we will going to do, you can either use your own computer Notepad, okay, or you can even do the tasks here as well. By the way, if I just tell you with the teaching concept, so we require two things. One is the custom domain, okay, which you will going to attach with your Coolify. Second will be to get the VPS, okay, and the third thing we will going to do is the setup qualify. Okay, so these are the few things we will going to do. Okay, so it's very simple and easy. Okay, so let's go step by step. Now the very first thing we will going to do is to get a domain. So domain is basically what? It's a basically address of your website. So for example, let's say you want to visit Apple's website, so you will type apple.com, okay, to go to the Apple's website. So domain is what? Domain is this apple.com and so on. This basically help the user to take the user to any particular website. So you need to get a domain name, which is very much important. Now let's see how we can get a very domain name. Okay, so guys, you can type this. Okay, as you can see in the screen, everything in small, my dash link.in slash name chip. Okay, everything in small. I will also going to attach the link below, so you can click on it and you can go to the Namecheap's website. And now you need to get a domain name. Okay, now domain name, you can just, some people get the domain name on the basis of their name. Some people do the or get the domain or search for the domain which are related to their business. Okay, so whatever you want to, just search for the domain if it's available or not. For example, let's say my surname is Lunhare, and let's say I want, let's say lunhare.com. If I click on search, so it will tell you whether that domain is available for you to get or not. So Namecheap is searching for it. Okay, and let's wait, and you can see that lunare.com is already taken by someone else. So Namecheap will also going to suggest some alternatives which you can also get. So whatever domain name you want to get, you can go ahead, type it. Okay, like let's say I type maybe uh, let's say anything you want. Okay, for example, let's say Kuku backend. Okay, something like this, and let's say I get that domain. Okay, so whatever you do that, just go ahead, whatever you love. Okay, you can also see the prices, just click on add to cart and purchase it, go to checkout and just make the payment. Okay, like it will ask you about your how, for how many years you want to register. Okay, so if you go with the more longer period, more discounted or more amount of the money you can save. Okay, so make sure you do that, and after that you can just click on confirm order. Okay, and then you guys can go ahead and take the domain name. Okay, so it's somehow very easy. Just put your card details and then click on continue button, and you will be able to purchase it. And after you purchase the domain, so again you can just go to the same link which I have told you, my-link.in slash Namecheap. You can just go to account and you can just go to the domain list, and this is where you guys can see the domain you have purchased. So for example, I have purchased this kukubackend.com. I can click on the manage button here, and I can go ahead and work with the advanced DNS. I will going to show you that how it will going to work. Okay, but it's very simple, and whatever, let's say, record you see, you can just delete that, like in case if you have any record. Now how that will going to work, we will going to teach you each and everything, but this is how you can get the domain name. Okay, VPS server. Okay, so we will going to get a VPS. Now there are plenty of VPS servers. Okay, like DigitalOcean. Okay, let's say DigitalOcean. And the thing is that, my dear friends, they are all are very expensive. If you see their pricing plan, you will going to find all of them sort of a very expensive. Okay, very if you see it here, you can see they charge too much high. If you just go for this link, hostinger.com slash bing commerce, hostinger will also going to make the things very much expensive for you. So let me show you guys. Okay, so if you just go to the services, click on VPS hosting. Okay, and you will going to notice we have here, let's wait. Okay, it's taking little bit amount of time. You can see for $3.99. Okay, wait, let me just show you in the dollars. It's too much, by the way. Okay, so what is the best VPS I recommend you? Okay, let me show you that as well. Wait, let's wait. It's taking little bit amount of time. Okay, hostinger, come on man, be fast. And we have also Walter. Okay, so also if you see the pricing of it, it's still it's too much. You can say it's starting from $6 and only $5 and 4 GB of RAM and only 50 GB of storage, which I believe is too expensive. Okay, so what we can do is that we can use this particular VPS server. Okay, you can just type everything you see on in the screen. Everything is small. My dash link.in slash contabo. I will also going to attach the link below. So just type this link my dash link.in slash contabo. Everything in small in your browser. Okay, and after you have done this, okay, so you will just visit to the Contabo's website. This just make sure that if you're totally new, so you can just sign up. Okay, and after you just do sign up, okay, make sure sign up with put your email and password. And if, in case if you already have the account, you can just click on login here. Okay, and wait, let me just log in, and you can see that I'm inside the Contabo server. Okay, so currently they are testing, okay, with their new platform, that is the new.contabo, but maybe in future you may see the new interface. So just click on this for now, click on this new.contabo.com, and after this click on create and just get a new VPS server. Okay, and you will going to find it very cheap. Okay, so let's wait. You can see it will just start for $4. Just go select here the VPS server. By the way, if you just go to the cloud VPS, there are plenty of options, and you can see just for $4 per month they are offering 8 GB of RAM, which you cannot see here in their $5 plan. They are just offering 4 RAM. You can see all are very expensive, so that's why I prefer to go with the Contabo, by the way. So just select the plan you want. Okay, you can select $4, or even if you're not sure, so you can just select the base one, and in future you can upgrade it in just one click. So let's select the base one. Okay, and after this I recommend you guys to go with the 12 months. Okay, which is very much important. Okay, because in the 12 months you will basically going to save a lot. But of course I'm just teaching you guys, so I will just go with the 1 month, but you have to go with the 12 months to save a lot of money on it. Okay, and here make sure storage everything should be by default. Okay, you don't have to do anything. And here just scroll down, just select your root password. So for example, let's say if I go to the notepad, and let's say I will just going to go with the, let's say, root password. Okay, so for example I will going to select the root password. Okay, let's say uh, you know Pulify123. Okay, so this is the password I want to keep for my root password, so I will select this. But remember, whatever password you keep it here, so save it somewhere else, because in future we will going to need it. Okay, and after this just click on the next button, and after that just put all the details, okay, like your name and all, and click on next button and make the payment. You will see something like this, so you can put I protect my data myself. Okay, and after this you can see, you can review your order, and with the text you can see this much it will cost. Click on order and pay, and then you are good to go. Just wait for a few seconds. Okay, and boom, you can see order has been received. Awesome. Now what you guys can do is that you can just go to your control panel, just refresh it, and you will going to see one more server over here that has been added. Okay, it can take few minutes. Okay, for this to work. Okay, so just wait. Okay, and also in your email, you will going to get all the details like the IP address and all. Okay, so it will take little bit amount of time. Okay, so as the server is totally new, so it will just going to take few minutes. Okay, to add it to your platform. Okay, so after some time you can start to see that particular server over here. Okay, now let's refresh it again. Okay, so because I have got my login details in my email, so you will see that. Okay, and you will also be able to see your server will be here. Awesome, it's saying running. Okay, the one which I have got here, you can just tap on it and you can just uh, write the display name whatever you want. For example, let's say Qualify VPS hosting, something like this, anything you want, confirm it, and boom, you are good to go. And in this way you have set up your system. Okay, now once we have our system VPS running, so make sure that whatever IP address you have, you just copy it and save it here in your notepad, whatever notepad you are using. Okay, and now guys, to manage this we require SSH. Okay, so what is that? So you can basically search for termites. Okay, on your browser, just go to this website termites. Okay, it's a very simple, and why I want you to use it, because it can be operated in all devices like Mac OS, Windows, Linux, iOS and Android. So just sign up. Let's say I already have the account, so I will just log in. Whatever the case it is, after you sign up or log in, it will take you to the account, and from bottom you guys can just download the Windows, Mac, Linux, whatever you want. Just download it. Okay, and then you guys are good to go. After you just download it, okay, you guys can basically use the termite. So you can see after you install it, so this is how it will look on your system. If you're a Mac, just search for the termites in your spotlight, or if you're on the Windows or anyone, just search for termites. Just open this app, it will look something like this. Click on the new host from the top and just go, and whatever IP address you have, just copy it, which you have got from the Contabo, paste it over here. Okay, you can just label it, let's say Qualify server, anything you want, and after this click on the connect button. It will ask for the username, so by default right now we have a root. Click on continue and save. It will give you the permission. Click on add and continue. Password, so we have set the password, this one, root password. Whatever password you have set, just paste that here while you have purchased the Contabo. Okay, and after this you are logging to the system. Now we need to set up the Qualify. So for that, just go to Qualify, just go to Qualify's website here, and just go to docs at the top. Okay, click on get started, go to the installation, and you will see this particular code. Just copy it like this, go here, and by the way, to paste it you have to use this one, this command on your system, control plus shift plus V. Okay, just press it, control shift V, and this is how it will. Click on enter, and automatically you will going to see it will start to download the Qualify, and in very few minutes you will going to see the Qualify will be installed on your server. Okay, without any problem, just with one particular script. You can see guys, after few minutes it has been installed and it's saying congrats. Okay, now after this we have done this, we have set up the Qualify. Okay, if you will see here, we have this link over here, you can see this. Okay, so just copy this, press Ctrl Shift and C to copy it. Just go to your browser, go ahead, paste it, click on enter, and you will see the Qualify will be here. Awesome, right? And by the way, you can close unnecessary apps which we do not require. Okay, So you can see it will just going to show your Coolify over here. You just need to register it. By the way, to copy the link, uh, it's very simple. By the way, control shift and C, to copy it and just paste it in your server. Then it will look like this. Just write the name, whatever you want. Let's say I put it, let's say Coolify, email, password. Let's say I want to put the same password to avoid any type of a confusion, but whatever you put, okay, make sure you save it somewhere else. Click on register. Okay, okay, so let's go ahead. I will put the Coolify password like this. Coolify password with one symbol. Let me just use this one. But as I have mentioned, whatever you use, make sure that you guys save it somewhere. Okay, so it's done. It will onboard you. Just wait couple of few seconds. I guess my net is little bit slow, but let's not worry about anything. Okay, never. Click on get started button. Click on next. Click on localhost. Okay, so Coolify can operate in both of them. Click on create new project. Click on let's do it. Okay, so uh, let's wait. Now if you click on project, okay, so my first project, by the way, you can just accept, disable this pop-up. Now let's after we have done and set up Coolify. Okay, so now this is how basically you can set up Coolify, nothing complicated over here. Okay, now after we have set up the Coolify, let's go and attach the domain. So remember, we have this domain name, so make sure whatever domain name you have purchased, just go to the domain list. Again, I'm showing you. Okay, just go here, whatever domain name you have, just click on manage. And after you have done this, you can just come over here, click on advanced DNS, and whatever you have, you can delete the record. Let's say let's attach the domain. Click on settings and let's wait. Here you can see the URL. So here what you guys can do is that you can create a record. Okay, so for example, my URL will be like this: https colon column and then whatever domain name you have. Let's say in my case it's kukubackend.com. so this is the domain name I want, but I want the Coolify panel to be installed in subdomain. Okay, so what I can do is that I can create a record. Okay, and here let's say I can put, let's say, Coolify like this, whatever your IP address. So for example, let's say what was your IP address. So our IP address is this one. Just copy it, go here, paste it here, and just click on the save button. You see this tick mark, tap on it, and that record will be added. By the way, it takes name gym few minutes to set it. So I will also going to write this same one here, coolify.https coolify dot your domain name, and you can just name it, let's say whatever you want. Let's say Coolify like this. Save it up, and by the way, you can also set your time zone if you want to. And now if you try to open this link in your browser, it will take little bit amount of time for the Coolify to work on this domain, but do not worry, everything will be properly done. Meanwhile, you can just check here some backups we have, some transactional emails we have, some oath one. Okay, and plenty of other configurations. But let's just go here and let's again check it. But it will take approx it can take approx 24 hours. to set it up, but this is how you can just set up the domain, okay, very easily on your server. Okay, now you can click on the dashboard, and one more thing, by the way, you can also just click on a record here and just put your host, let's say at the rate, and same IP address you can put here, okay, which you have. Click on save changes. So just do this, okay, do not worry about it. Let's do that. Let's point it to the VPS server, okay. And let's say if you just again try, after some time it will start to work, okay. Can see after some time I try to refresh and you can see it worked. Now whatever email ID you have put, password you have set, let's say my qualify password was this, I will just copy it, paste it here, click on login button, and I will be able to log into my qualify dashboard with my custom domain. You can see it over here, you can see, okay. And that's how you can access now qualify, and this is how we have set up the qualify, okay, with our custom domain, okay. Very simple and easy. Now you can easily deploy apps and application whatever you want to. By the way, if you just go to projects, so guys, project means if you just understand the qualify, okay, so we create projects, okay, and inside this project we can build as many as resources, okay. So for example, let's say the project one, let's say you can create, let's say, which is related to websites, okay, right. You can create that is related to the website, okay. And inside this website project you can, let's say, build unlimited, let's say, WordPress websites, okay. Like you can build, let's say, your e-commerce website, let's say blog website, etc, etc, okay. And let's say you can create, let's say, another projects, okay, another project, and let's say this project could be, let's say, related to email marketing, where you can just put Motic application, or you can build your own SMTP, etc, etc. So what I mean to say is that whatever, let's say, project could be N8N automation, okay, anything. But the thing is that in Coolify allow us to create different projects, okay, and inside the projects we can put as many as resources, okay. So for example, if I click on, let's say, add project, let's say this is something, let's say, related to websites, I can create a project, okay. Tap here, and let's say you can see website project has been created. Similarly, let's say I can create, let's say, something related to automations project, and inside it here I can put as many as applications or web apps related to automation like N8N, okay. And let's say I can create more, let's say, database, okay, where I can put, let's say, MongoDB type of a application, okay. If you see and click on project again, database, okay, and so on, right. So this is how amazing it is. Let's say we create, let's say, for the email marketing, let's say, okay, let's say you can put here, let's say, Motic and other email marketing applications. So this is the way Coolify help us to, arrange all the applications very easily, okay, in the Coolify. And this is basically how you can set up the Coolify, okay. And the last thing, guys, hope you guys have, understood about Coolify. Now when we talk about Coolify, so it's not only about, deploying it, but if you just go to the site, we have, just go to the courses here and just search for Coolify, okay, in our website, and you will going to see we have a Coolify self-managed web hosting, tech control, cut cost, and no limits. So when you access this course, so this course is about 3 hours 30 minutes. Now the best thing about this course is that this course is completely about Coolify. So whatever you have watched till now, so all the things has been covered inside this course, but the benefit is that we have covered a lot of things like, SSH, sudo, two-factor authentication. So if you want to secure your server, because currently you're using root, okay, and root will not going to help you out, okay. Your server can easily going to get hacked after some time because root is very common. So how to protect the server, how to take the backups, and throughout the time you will see more and more lectures will be added. By the time when you will come to this course again, you will see backup automatically system will be added to the course. So every single time we will going to add new and new things about Coolify in this course. Okay, so the course which you are watching right now is just sufficient for the beginners point of view to set up the Coolify. But if you really want to care about and securing about your server, okay, in the long run and for the long business, make sure that you explore this course. Okay, it will really going to help you out. Okay, so it's under the membership, you can just get the membership. Okay, from the pricing get membership, and from here you can access the membership from our website, and you can access not only the Qualify course but also other amazing courses we have in our collection, from Jupyter Notebook to Tableau course to Canva course to Build AI Tools course to Google Analytics to WordPress course and many more. Okay, so make sure that you explore and explore our website, and also check the library, click on library, and make sure you check the developer kit where we have plenty of things from 100 Python interview question to 200 plus Python project and many more things. So make sure you explore all of them. Okay, now let's go ahead with the N8N. Okay, you can by the way see what N8N is all about. Let's go here. So N8N is basically a open source automation tool which you can self-host on your system. If you try to buy it from their site, you can see it's too expensive, but you can cut all your cost by installing your N8N automation inside your VPS server using Coolify. So it's very simple and easy. So for example, let's say if I go to the automation projects I created here, if you just go to projects, automation here, now make sure it's selected to production and click on add new resource here, and this time you just have to search for N8N. You can see N8N workflow automation tool, just tap on it. Now make sure you just put here, let's say N8N. Okay, save it here. Now if you go here to the settings here, click on the settings in here. Now we first need to point it to the correct one. So what I can do is that I can just go to the domain DNS. I can add a new record, let's say a record this time. Now let's say I want to create automation, automation. Okay, and after this IP address, so whatever your server IP address is, just copy it, go here and paste your IP address for your VPS server. Click on save changes button. Awesome. After you have done this, now make sure that you properly remove all this thing. Make it HTTPS, that is important, otherwise you will not going to have the SSL certificate. And then whatever your name is, automation. Okay, by the way, whatever domain you have, first you can write that here. Okay, or just put automation, sorry, wait here, the main you have created automation, right? So I will just going to write here automation like this, automation dot whatever domain name you have, you can just put that. For example, in my case it's kukubackend.com. Just paste it here. Awesome, just save it up. So we are installing this in our subdomain here, and go to the configuration now at here, and you can see now when we deploy the N8N, so it will be on this particular URL. Let's see this in the action. I will click on the deploy button, and you will going to see the magic of it. So just wait for a few seconds and you will see the power of Coolify. It will going to install and VPS server, which is the Coolify. Okay, very easily, automatically all the automations will run. You don't have to do any manual work. Each thing is automated. Okay, so just wait for it. Okay, and let's wait, it will take some time. Okay, let's wait, not to hurry, just have patience, and I suppose in less than 1 minute it will going to get your N8N automation, okay, inside your system, right? So it's a complete open source. Okay, so if you try to get the N8N, purchase it, it will going to cost you too much. But if you go with your self hosting, it will become very much affordable for you. Okay, so let's wait here and let's see the magic of it. Okay, let's wait, and I believe everything is done. So you can see everything is very automated. You don't have to worry about anything. Let's wait for a few seconds and everything will be done for you. Okay, now guys, you can see that N8N has been started. Okay, now just cross it from the top and make sure the status should be running. You can just refresh it from here. Okay, and also you can also just do the refresh from the top and wait until it shows the healthy. Okay, so it can take little bit amount of time to show the healthy status. Okay, let's not worry about it. So in the backend the Qualify system is working. Okay, and you can see now it has shown healthy. Okay, now you can just tap on the link here and you can just go to the link and boom, is live on your server automation. Okay, and you can anytime go to the automation.backend.com, your domain. Let's set it up. Let's set the password. Let me just set the password. Let's say this one. Whatever password you want to set, you can set it. Click on next. Boom, you can just describe your company. Wait, let's say it's an e-commerce business owner. Let's say myself, whatever you want to. Let's click on get started, click on escape, and you can see N8N is installed on your application. Now you can do as many as automation you want. Everything is inside your server, and the best part is that you can also use the templates of N8N. Okay, and you can just pull it back to your workflow. But this is how you can install N8N, okay, self-hosted on your system very easily, and you can work. So we have taught how you can set up the Qualify and install N8N, okay, on your own server, and you can just do unlimited automations. Now let's now focus on LLM AI model. So if you will going to see the AI agent meaning, so it's a mixture of LLM AI models and tools. Tools we have already discussed, what tools to choose, okay, and so on. So I believe that for now you will going to have N8N setup. Okay, wait, let me delete it. So this is how the fresh N8N will going to look like. Okay, when you will going to create or install it on your server, let's say. Okay, but for now we will going to focus on LLM. Now what is LLM? So at the very starting of the lecture I told you that LLM AI model is nothing, just a AI brain. So there are various big companies like OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, DeepSeek, even X, and there are plenty of other big companies. What they do is that they create AI brain, artificial brain. Okay, just imagine it's like a human brain, but it is more powerful, smart, and fast. Okay, so OpenAI is one company, so they have created their own AI brain. Okay, so just understand a LLM AI model is nothing, just a brain created by big companies. Okay, it's very powerful, smart. Okay, that's it. Now OpenAI has created their own AI brain, which is known as GPT. Similarly, Google also has created their own AI brain, which is they have two of them, that is Flex and Probe, and I'm recording. In future, they can bring other AI LLM AI models. Okay, another company is Anthropic. Okay, so they also have their two AI brain, or I can say two LLM AI models, which is known as Sonnet and Opus. Similarly, DeepSeek is another company, so they have their own AI brain they have created, okay, or I can say LLM AI model they created, which they name as a DeepSeek R1. So all these big companies have their own LLM AI model. Okay, so they have invested and they have created their own AI brain. Okay, so all of them call their LLM AI models with different name. Like OpenAI company called their LLM AI model as GPT, Google as Flex and Pro, Anthropic as Sonnet and Opus, and in future they may bring another LLM AI models. Okay, but this is what the concept is. And if you go to the next presentation, here you will see that, as we have mentioned, all these big companies, so these are all the private companies. Now, why they will going to create their AI models, or I can say LLM AI models, their artificial brain, okay, just to make money. So guys, what we can do is that we can use as a normal user in our automation, if we are doing AI agent, creating AI agent. So at that time we use their AI LLM AI models, like we can use GPT, Sonnet Opus, Flex Pro, DeepSeek R1, and other companies LLM AI models. So all these companies say to us that okay, you can use our you know AI LLM AI models through our API. Okay, all the big companies provide us the facility to use their AI brain which they have created, and they offer us to use this AI model. Okay, and we can use them through API. Not it's something not very complicated. Everything you will understand. Okay, so all these companies say if you want to use our LLM AI models, then you simply have to go to their website. Okay, all these companies say just go to our website, generate API key, attach with, let's say, your automation tool. Let's say if you are using N8N, so you can see your credentials option. So let's say if you want to use, let's say, OpenAI. Okay, so for now let's click on create credentials, search for OpenAI. You can see here OpenAI, so click on continue and they will ask API key. Okay, and once you put the API key, that's it. Okay, then you will be able to use OpenAI LLM AI model, I mean their AI brain, okay, in your automation. Okay, so use it as much as you want, pay the price in tokens. Okay, so as I have told you that all these companies were not going to offer their product for free. Okay, so AI brain is like all these companies AI LLM AI model is not they will not going to offer you for free. So it's like their product. Okay, so they are offering you their LLM AI model, and in return they will charge you on the basis of tokens. Now let's not go too much insight, but it's very simple. Okay, so suppose, let's say if you see with the case of OpenAI, so suppose I just search for OpenAI, just write the name of the company like OpenAI, and even let me show you with the, let's say, DeepSeek in another tab. Now just write here API, click on enter, you will see your OpenAI API. Just go here, sign up, it's totally free. Okay, you can just sign in, just go to dashboard, here you see API key, just click on create new API key, and let's say XYZ, I name it. Click on create secret key, boom, your API key is created. Just copy it and just go here and paste in N8N and click on save button. Boom, you will see that credentials successfully connected. Okay, so you can see connection tested successfully. That's it. Now you will be able to use OpenAI artificial brain, okay, OpenAI AI brain, which is known as GPT, on your automation. So it's something that simple, and this is what these companies say. They say that if you want to use our AI brain, just go to our website, generate API key, and attach with N8N. And this is what we did. We just search for, if you will going to notice, we just search OpenAI API, then we went and generated their API key here. Okay, boom. And once we generated their API key, then we simply attach their API key with N8N. That's it. Okay, and now we can use it as much as you want. All we need to do is to pay the price in tokens. So that's what it is. Same in the DeepSeek API. Just search for DeepSeek API, go here and go to DeepSeek platform. Again, you will see their API key. Click on create new API key. Let's say XYZ. Let's say any name you want. Again, boom, your API key is generated. Copy it. Go to your N8N. Let's say here, cross it. We will going to discuss about credentials in details. What is this? Again, just search for, let's say, DeepSeek. You can see DeepSeek company name. Go here, it is asking for API key. Paste the API key, click on save button. Boom, it's connected. You can see connection tested successfully and it is connected. Now you can use DeepSeek LLM AI model, that is DeepSeek R1, that is the AI brain inside your automation. That's simple, right? So hope you guys have got the clear understanding about what we are doing. So we have told you that AI agent is the combination of LLM AI models and tools. So tools, we have used N8N, which we have already set up. Boom, right? And after this we have integrated LLM AI models. Okay, so whatever you want to use you can, and using both of them you can build your AI agent. We will show you practically how everything goes, but the basic structure we have successfully set up, that is the tools and then LLM AI models. And frankly speaking, you might be thinking about what is the price we need to pay in tokens. Now for this, again, I'm recommending, and at the very starting of the lecture I have said you that AI is a very different field, artificial intelligence. It has plenty of concepts like NLP, LLM, prompt, tokens, API, etc. Now these concepts I don't want to discuss in AI agent in very detail. This will take lots of time. So for that, as I have mentioned that I have provided my free course. Let me show you again. Don't ignore it. If you have a time, make sure just go ahead and watch it. It will become very clear for all you guys. Okay, just go to courses and okay, click on free courses here from the top. You will see this AI one. Just search for AI in my website. This course you will see, just open it, close these ads, click on, you can see it's a 2 hours course, straightforward. You don't need to do sign up and all. Just click on start course button and watch it. Just take your time, spend your 2 hours, and you can say we have discussed each and everything in very detail. Successfully we have taught each and every step, what is API, applications, and much more. You will really going to love it. Like we are teaching right now, everything non so that everyone is able to understand, even if you're from non-tech background. So still we are trying to teach you in that way. Same we have taught here in this course as well, and that is what all our courses are all about. Okay, but make sure that you watch it. Okay, then you will basically be able to understand whatever we are doing. You will better going to understand the concept. And again, if you haven't watched the free course we have here, so please, I suggest you pause it. If you can watch, please watch it, then you will understand things more better and more clear. Okay, hey guys, so now we will going to talk about credentials. So sometimes it is called as a API, token, or some can even call it as a key. Now, my dear friends, in the market, there are plenty of applications, maybe Google Drive, Gmail, okay. It could be PowerPoint, it could be Airtable, it could be Google Sheets, it could be ChatGPT. So, in the internet, there are plenty of different apps, okay. So, when we want to, create any AI agent, and let's say if you want to build some sort of automations, so all these apps work together with N8N. Okay, so N8N allow you to use different apps. Okay, so that you can do automation and create AI agents. So all you need to understand is that when we talk about credentials, okay, you can say it like API, token, or key. Some company or some apps called it as a API, like ChatGPT called it as a API. Okay, and let's say Airtable called this as a token, or let's say Google called that as a key, whatever the case it is. But all you need to know is that when we talk about credentials, so it helps to integrate apps with tools. So tools is our N8N, okay, or you can even use May, whatever tool you are using. Let's say in our case we are using N8N, okay. So I believe that you guys have set up the N8N. So whenever you want to use different apps to do automation or to create AI agent, all you need to do is to connect them with N8N. So for example, let's say if you talk about Gmail, which is a Google service. So if just go here in N8N, you will see this credentials option. Here you will see all the credentials options. So these credentials basically allow you to allow N8N to use these applications to create your automations and AI agents. So for example, if you click on the top, click on create credentials. Let's say if you want to use Gmail, click on Gmail, also click on continue. Now you can see it is asking for, let's say, client secret and ID. Okay, so basically it is asking for secret key and client ID key. Okay, so Google is basically, you all know that Gmail is a Google service. Okay, let's say if similarly, let's say if I cross it, close, and let's say if you want to go with any other service, maybe let's say Airtable. Okay, let's go ahead, click on continue. Now you can see it is asking for token. So all the apps in the market, in the internet, will provide you with the options to create API tokens and key, which you can use to integrate with N8N. So you can see in N8N, just search for any application you want. For example, let's say let's search for, let's say, PowerPoint. Okay, PowerPoint is not here. Let's go with maybe let's say Gemini. Okay, so here you can see Google Gemini. You can see, tap here, click on continue. Now if you want to connect Gemini, it is asking for API key. So all the apps in the market will going to provide you with some API token or key. All you need to do is to copy from those apps and paste it here, and boom, your N8N will going to get connect. That's it. Now I believe you guys may be worried how we can create and all, but just understand that these apps integrations allow to create automations. Okay, you can see that when we talk about this apps integration allow to create automation. Okay, you can basically check our website, okay, for all the guides. So for example, you can just go to our website, which is Kuku courses. Okay, just go here and click on kukucourses.com. Just go over here and in the library, okay, click on free library. Now my dear friends, here we have this N8N credentials and integrations. You can see here. Okay, otherwise you can also search here if possible. You can just search for N8N credentials, something like this, and you can see N8N credentials and integrations. Just simply tap over here, or you can basically click on the view button. It will take you to the same page. Okay, so I will click on view page. Now here we have created this for you, which is N8N credentials and integrations. So below here you can see all the different apps, okay, which you can see. And if you want to learn how to maybe connect, let's say, Pincone with N8N, okay, if you want to learn that, simply click on this view button. It will open a tutorial how you can connect. You can see N8N with Pincone integrations. Simply click on the play button. We will going to integrate and watch the video. Okay, so in case if you don't know, let's say if you go here, let's say click on create credentials, just search for Pincone. Now Pincone will also going to ask you the API key, but where you can get the API key of the Pincone. So that thing you can basically learn from our tutorial. So basically whatever tutorial we have listed. So we will going to create the video for all of them. So let's say if you want to connect maybe Google services, it includes Gmail, Sheets, Slides, Calendar, each and everything. Okay, so click on this view button again. It will going to open this video for you, which will help you to integrate N8N with Google services. So now if you will see here, if you cross it, close. Now click on create credentials. Now let's say if you go with any Google service, let's say Gmail. So all the Google services will going to ask you client ID and secret. So how you can get the client ID and secret key, so that we have taught here in this video. So just click on the play button. Sorry, you're not over here. Watch this video, which is Google integration, and this will going to guide you how you can get the client ID and secret key, and then you can connect any Google services, whether it's a Gmail, Sheets. Even if you see across it, let's say Google has other products as well. So suppose if you click on press button, you can see all the Google services, like they have Drive, Gmail. Okay, they have even Calendar, Photos, Sheets. Now let's say if you want to connect maybe Sheets, let's cross it. If you again click on here, just search for Sheets, you can see Google Sheets. Continue, again it is asking you the client ID and secret. So basically once you watch this tutorial, which is this one, N8N integration with Google, it will going to help you to generate the client ID and secret key, and then you can use any Google services, okay, and connect that with N8N, and you can create automations. Okay, so now your homework will be to go ahead and watch all the tutorials. Okay, just go here and watch all the tutorials, because majority of them we will going to use it for this particular course. Okay, so I will suggest you to watch each and every one of the video and learn and integrate, okay, N8N with other apps like Google, OpenAI, Airtable, Pincon, and in future we will going to even add more. But currently these are the four I believe integrations which are the very important, which we can use. So make sure that you go ahead, and it's your homework to watch all of the video and integrate them over here. Okay, so for example, let's say I pasted my client ID, then I will paste my client secret, and both of the things you can generate by watching this video. Okay, this will help you to generate the client ID and client secret. Okay, once you do that, you will see the sign in with Google button option. Simply tap on it and continue button. So everything is covered in our tutorials. Okay, so it's your homework to watch all of them. I will select all. I will simply going to click on continue button. Boom, you can see connected successful, done. It will redirect in 5 seconds. Boom, and you can see account is connected. Now I can use Gmail in my automation, and you can see the Gmail integration is over here. Very simple and easy. Okay, so similarly, make sure that you watch all the tutorials here and integrate other apps. Now guys, we will going to understand the concept of notes. Now notes is something which is very much important for you guys to learn. Now I will try to make you guys understand the concept of notes in most easiest way. For now, just see here. When we talk about, let's say, building a house, okay, so we need various elements, maybe bricks, okay, cement, and water, okay, and sand, labor. So plenty of things it is required to build a complete house. So without all of these things, okay, without using, let's say, bricks, cement, we cannot build a house. Okay, so similarly, when we talk about building AI agent and automation, which is our robot. Okay, so to build this AI agent and robots, we have to use nodes. Okay, so just understand, nodes are some small parts, okay, of the automation, which basically help us to create a robot, or I can say AI agent and automations. Now if you see with our example, where we have taught you that we have one bakery store, okay, where the user will going to fill the form, okay, name, address, and the order what he wants. So when he click on the submit button, so this is where the automation will start. Okay, the automation will start when the user will fill the form and submit it. Then through that, the automation, through automation, that will go to the AI robot. He will understand that what type of a order it is, and according to that, through automation, it will send that to the particular department. That's it. And after that, the automation will end, right? So, my dear friends, here what happened is that first automation helped the data to come to the AI, then it understood what that order is all about, whether it's related to pizza, cake, and after understanding that, it has forward that order to a specific department. Then the automation end. That means always understand that whenever we talk about any automations or any AI agents which we will going to create, okay, so it will going to have a start point and a end point, okay. So start automation, basically we say it as a trigger. So trigger means when we want the automation to start. So whenever you want that your automation should get start, so that is the concept known as trigger, okay. Now when you go to, let's say, workflow, and let's say if I click on here the workflow in N8N, and I suppose you guys have set up one now, and click on create workflow from the top, and let me just take with, let's say, maybe let's say notes, okay. So here it's a complete workflow, okay. So as you all know that we have even taught you, a workflow is what? A workflow is something um, which is like a canvas where we can build automations and AI agents. So this is the place, okay, where we will going to build our automations and AI agent. So this particular is known as workflow, okay. It is like a canvas, and you can name the workflow to whatever name you want. So I have just given nodes, you can name it whatever you want, and whatever workflow you will going to create. And if you click on overview button, so here you can see the first workflow is created, okay. So if you click on it, so here you will going to see your workflow again has got open, okay. So hope you guys have got the idea about what is workflow. So let's again back to our uh, Canva notes, okay. So basically here, okay, we will going to build AI agents and automations, but for that we need to use the nodes every single time, okay. We will going to use nodes. So for example, if I click on plus button here, so you can see it is asking what trigger, okay. And here it's saying a trigger is a step that starts your workflow, that means it starts your automation. So as we have mentioned here as well, the trigger will basically help you to start your automation. So that is the concept, okay. So we have here lots of, you can say, nodes. So these are all known as nodes. There are plenty of nodes. For example, let's say if you want to trigger it manually, so let's say if someone tap here, so you can see this becomes a trigger point. So now here what this particular node is about, it basically says that whenever you click on this execute workflow, here you can see it is written when clicking on execute workflow, so your automation will start. So for example, if you click on execute workflow, you can see automation started. So what I mean to say is that whenever you go to any of the canvas, okay, in workflow, so first you need to add a trigger. So that trigger will basically help you to start the automation, okay. So you can see in this case we have add one trigger where the automation will start whenever we click on this execute workflow button. That's it. And here you can see, you can also see the play button. So from here also you can start the automation. You can also turn off this node, so it will become deactivate. If you want, you can delete this one, so you can see that is gone. Now if you again click on the plus button, again it is saying that right now it's empty. So again it is saying that okay, first tell us what will be the trigger to start your automation. So we have seen this one. There are plenty one of them. Okay, so let's say on schedule. So if you want, let's say your automation to, let's say, start in every day, okay, or maybe in every hour, you can even do that. So your automation will start every single hour. So on the basis of schedule, this will going to work. So there are plenty of nodes, let's say on webhook call. Okay, so webhook is something, but the concept, we don't want to go very much inside the concept of webhook right now, but just understand this is also a way where you can start your automation, okay, which is known as webhook. Then we also have let's say chat. So let's say if you go back here, and by the way, whenever you see here, so at the top you will see something known as back to canvas. Okay, so if you tap here, so you can see chat is here, and now it says that whenever you will, someone will type the chat, so then the automation will start. For example, let's say if I write here hi, click on enter, so you can see now automation got started. So chat means whenever the chat will going to happen, so then only the automation will start. So similarly, my dear friends, there are plenty of other automations, even this on form submission as well. Okay, so for example, if you put the forms of using the form, also the automation can get start. So hope you guys have got the basic understanding about what trigger is. So whenever you see a blank canvas, so always make sure that you need to add first trigger, then only the automation will start. And by the way, if you let's say click on this plus button, and let's say if I click on trigger manually, okay, if I execute the workflow, automation starts. So this is a trigger. So after adding the trigger, if you click on the plus button, now it will say that okay, you have added that trigger, now what you want to do next. Okay, so here you can see plenty of nodes like AI, action, and plenty of the things we have over here, right? So these are all the nodes. Now see, when your automation will start, so now inside it plenty of things will going to happen. Okay, for example, let's say people will fill the form, then the automation will send that to the robot. AI will analyze it, whether it's related to pizza or cake, then according to that it will send to the specific department. So all this part, okay, all this backend, you can say you can do using the action, utility, and AI. So here you can see action, AI, and this utility. So basically just understand, after trigger, all these things will help you to make your automation very to the very next level. And once you do that, then your automation will end. That's it, and you will going to get the result you want. That's it. Now in nutshell, what I mean to say is that nodes, okay, it's nothing, just node basically helps you to create your AI agents and automation in workflow. So without nodes you cannot create a single step. Okay, so it's like house. Okay, so you require plenty of nodes like bricks, cement, labor, okay, even you need water, okay, then cement to mix them to create the cement. So plenty of elements we require, then using all of them we can build a house. So similarly, to build any AI agent and automation, you require lots of nodes. Now we will going to talk about different types of nodes. So generally we have a trigger node, action node, utility node, and AI node. We also have one more, that is the code node, which we will not going to focus because I don't want to make things complex for you as a starter. But understand that there are different types of nodes that will going to work together to help you to build AI agent and automation. So that is the simplest meaning I have given here, that nodes are nothing, it just help us to create AI agents and automation in workflow. That's it. Okay, now if you go to the second uh, one, so here you can see the nodes types. Now don't worry, we will practically going to learn each and everything step by step. Just understand the first node is trigger. So trigger basically start the automation. So you all know that trigger helps to start the automation, then only your automation will start. Okay, like if we take with our example, so people will fill the form and submit it. So you can see this boy will fill the form, his name, okay, the email address, and what he wants to order. Similarly, this girl will also going to put her name, address, and her order, and when they submit it, okay, so then the automation will start. So similarly here you can see, if you remove this one, if you click on plus button, now you can see it is asking for trigger. So let's say we can select form. So basically a form will help us to start the automation, okay, where people can fill their name, address, and order, and then the automation will start. Okay, that's what you can understand. Then we have a action. So basically it send the form data to AI. So suppose whatever user has written, like I need pizza with extra cheese and all, so all this data like name, address, order, so all this data from the form to AI, so this will go through the automation using the action. Okay, so if you see here, after clicking on the plus button, you have this action in app. This will help you to do plenty of things. Now don't worry, just now I have given you one example, but it can do plenty of other things as well. And after the it will go to the AI, so you can use advanced AI. This will understand the order and send to relevant department. So AI, you can use it for various other purpose, but in our case, in this example, what when we will going to use, let's say this AI, you can see here AI. Okay, so this is very popular in N8N, very most use feature, which is AI. So what it will going to do is that it can understand, like in our case, it can understand that what type of order it is, whether it's a pizza or cake, and according to that it will send to the relevant department. So this type of functionality AI can do that. Okay, so that's why here we have a AI type of a node. Okay, and guys, then we have a utility. Okay, so utility is something okay, so here you can see, after adding the trigger, we have this data transformation, flow, and core. So these three, okay, which you see, data transformation, flow, and core. So you can see data transformation, core, and flow. So this all comes under the utility node. Okay, so basically what it do is that all these things are related to data, where you can clean the data, duplicate the data, remove the data, route the data if you want to transfer the data from one place to another. Okay, and much more. So there are plenty of things this utility uh, nodes can do. Okay, so inside utility you will going to have data transformation, flow, and core. And even if you open them, so you can see here inside data transformation you have plenty of things like filter, limit, duplicates, remove duplicates, split out. If you want to merge something, you can use merge, and much more. Similarly, if you click on the flow, here we have a merge, compare, one, switch, wait, start and stop, and much more. Okay, you also have a core. So here you can see you have execute, web hook, your N8N form, and much more. So what you are trying to understand is that you can see that when I have explained you the concept of nodes, so actually somehow you require all these things. Okay, these are all the things which is known as nodes. So there are plenty of different types of nodes, and frankly speaking, it's your first time if you're learning, so you will not going to understand it. But gradually, as you will going to do practice more and more, so you will become familiar with it. But for now, just understand all these nodes basically allow us to create our AI agent and automations. Okay, so we have four types of nodes: trigger, action, advance, which is AI, and utility. So this four combines, and it will help you to build your AI agent and automation. But hope you guys have for now understood the concept of nodes, that nodes basically allow you to create AI agent and automation in your workflow. Without any of the nodes, you cannot do anything in building automations and AI agent. Okay, so this is all I want to tell you. And there is one more which is known as code, which is something very for advanced users. So I don't want to go there, so I want to make it non-code, non-tech. So that's the reason we will going to focus on these four nodes, which are something very important, and most of the time we will going to use all of them. Okay, uh, so that's all about the concept of nodes for now, okay, in the theory. And as we have discussed, that nodes are something which you will not going to understand immediately right now. with practice, okay, with creating different AI agents and practicing, you will gradually going to become familiar with all the nodes, okay. But don't worry about anything, and don't go confused that what we were going to do and each and everything. Let's start. Be calm. It's a complete new skill for you to learn. Gradually only you will understand, okay. If you try to think that immediately I want to learn each and everything, so that would not be possible. But slowly and gradually, through practice and watching some different videos and practicing, you will easily be able to understand and use different types of nodes, okay. So now guys, let's try to understand the nodes, okay. But as we have mentioned always, that nodes are plenty of nodes we have available. If I try to teach you one by one right now, you will basically going to get confused and you will not be able to understand the things, right? So what we can do in such case, so the very easiest way is to create lot many automations, and slowly and gradually you will be able to understand different types of nodes that are available for us. So let's create a very basic automation, okay, the automation one. So here what will going to happen is that we will first going here there will be people who will put their name, address and order in the form, and once they do that, so it will go and record in a app which is a Airtable, okay. Now here trigger, so trigger means, as we have told you, that trigger basically allow to start the automation. So when someone will fill the form and they click on the submit, so this is where the automation will start, okay. And then we have the action, so action in app with Airtable, okay. So Airtable, we will going to perform a action, okay, in the app Airtable, okay. So Airtable is just the application app, okay. So this is where we will going to perform the action of record. So whatever the user have put like name, address and order, we will going to record here name, address and order of that person, okay. So that's the basic automation, okay. Let's try to create it. um, so let's create, maybe let's leave it, and I will just going to click on create automation, and I will just going to name it, let's say automation 1, okay, like this. And once you do this, okay, now the very first thing is that first we need to go to Airtable, okay. And one more thing which we have uh, told you or not, so make sure that you must know how to configure the Airtable. So in case let me show you, if you go to airtable.com, okay, so in case you don't have, so just sign up, okay. And here what I will going to do is that I will going to click on this create workspace, and let's say I will just name it, let's say automation 1, like this. Click on create. I will build one app from the scratch, and let me also name it, let's say automation 1, okay. So I have named it. Close this omni, like this. Now in the sheet, if you see here in our diagram, we need name, address and the order of the people, okay. So I will select name, and I will let's say I will delete it. Let me just delete all of them. So to delete anything, just click on this scroll drop down arrow, click on delete field. Also you can right click and you can delete field as well. Delete field, awesome. Now we have a name of the person, then we will ask for the address. So click on this plus button. It's a single line text, okay, or address could be big, okay, so it could be, let's say, long text. So here we can say like address, okay, address, and click on create field. Address is created, okay. Then the third one is the order, so I will click on the plus button and I will select, let's say, long text, and this time it's order. You can see multiple options like user, date, phone number, email, whatever you want, okay. So that's totally up to you, okay. So it's our order. I will click on create field, name, address and order. Okay, so you can see name, address and order of the person, right? And now we want to create some sort of a form. Okay, so make sure that first let's attach it. So I will go to credentials, I will click on the drop down arrow, click on create credentials. And by the way, if you really want to learn about integration, so we will show you how you can do that. But let's say if you search for air table, click on this air table personal token, continue, and you can name it as say automation 1. All you need to put is the access token. By the way, you can just search for Airtable access token. Okay, and you will see this one personal access token. Okay, and then click on this create tokens, or simply go to this one airtable.com/create/tokens. Click on create token. A name will be, let's say, automation 1. Okay, now scope. So here you can see N8N says that if you want to connect Airtable with us, you have to enable the following scopes. Okay, so here in the integration it is saying with this token you will be able to, then what tokens you want. So first we want is data dot record read. Okay, so I will click on add here and you can see data dot record read. Similarly, I want data dot record write. So I will select here data record write. Okay, so the two are added, and the third one is the last one, which is schema dot basis read. So I will tap here, this one is schema dot basis read. So these are the three we have given the permission, because N8N has recommended us to do this. Once you do this, it will ask you that what base you want to give the access. So I will click on add a base, and the automation one which I have created, so I can select that. Even you can select multiple base. So simply click on create token, copy it, make sure don't share your token key with anyone else. Go here, paste it, click on save button, boom. Now your Airtable is connected with N8N. Okay, now your Airtable, because we have told you that when we talk about credentials, so if you want to use any application, okay, because here you can see Airtable, we have just connected that with N8N using credentials, okay, which is the token key. So which is required because N8N only allow us to do this automation, right? So each and every app you need to connect with Airtable. Now when you go to workflow, click on create workflow. Sorry, not create, we have here automation 1. Tap here. Okay, now see, once you do this, let's first click on add first step. Let's first go with maybe on chat message. Okay, so I know that we need to go with the, I can say with the form. I will show you one thing. Okay, we will going to discuss about form as well, but before that I want to show you something. So suppose if someone will write hi, so always the chat will going to open here and it will going to give us this particular output. The chat input is hi. Okay, like this. Okay, now let's say I want this to be recorded. Whatever I write, I want, let's say, that to be recorded over here in the Airtable. So I will so you can see the very first thing is we have get the chat. So trigger, we have right now selected chat. Of course we have to fill go with the form, but I want to make you guys understand something. So that's the reason I first taken this chat option. Now if you click on create button, and now guys, we need to record in the Airtable. Okay, so we need action node. So once you click on the plus button, you will automatically see it will show me the action option here, action. So action node can be performed in any app. Okay, it could be, let's say, Google Sheets, Telegram, or anything. Okay, so this is the action. Okay, the action we are talking about here, and the action node we are talking about here. So action basically allow to do anything in any particular app. So I will tap on it, and now on which particular app I want to use. So I want to use Airtable. Okay, Airtable is another app which I want to use with N8N. So I will just search for Airtable, simply tap on it. Now what I want to create record in the Airtable. Okay, so I have created here name, address and order. So I want here to create the record. So what I can do is that you can see here create a record option. Okay, so tap on it. Now here it is asking me that what you want to connect. Okay, so now if you will going to see one thing. Okay, wait, let me show you something. So if you go here in the credentials, so here you can see we are getting three: Airtable 1, Airtable 2 and automation 1. So whenever you basically have credentials, multiple credentials for each app, okay, so it's possible that in N8N for one particular app you can create multiple tokens. Okay, so I have one Airtable 1, 2 and automation 1. Okay, so it is showing me all the option. Airtable 1 you want to select, or Airtable or automation 2 or Airtable 2. So I want to go with the automation 1 because this is where my automation 1 we want to deal with. Okay, where I want to record. Okay, so I will select the automation 1, and once you do that, resource. So resource means I want to record it. Operation, I want to create the record, right? I want to create the record. So I will select it, and in the base. Okay, so what is the base? So the base is automation 1 which we have created. Table name is automation 1. Okay, so if you see here, just go here to, let's say, here again select. Sometimes it takes time. Click on table 1. Now automatically you can see it will map each of the column, and it will enable name, address and order, because this is what we have selected: name, address and order. Now see what will going to happen. Okay, so once you do this, okay, so here we have name. Okay, so let's say if you see here, let's say if you clear the execution and focus here right now, let me just delete all of these columns, right click and delete it. So now we don't have any record. Now if you try to, let's say, run the automation, so let's say I want to put the name. Okay, let's say John. Click on enter button. So you can see the executed, and you can see that John is recorded as a chat input name here. Okay, but if you will going to see in our Airtable, one record is created but nothing is showing over here. Okay, now let me show you. Right now no name is not showing, like John, nothing is showing here. Now let me take it again. So suppose if I click on back to canvas, now this time I want, let's say, Maya name. Okay, in the chat I will send the chat. Now Maya name I have written, and again you can see in the chat input, now this time Maya will be recorded. But again here you can see in Airtable, again second record is created but Maya is not recorded here in the name. Okay, now let's say if I put here, let's say, maybe let's say John. Okay, let's say John I have put here in the name. Now just go back to canvas. Let me just remove all of them. Right click. Okay, now let's say this time make sure that you write here the John. Okay, save it, and let's write here maybe another name. Let's say Imran. Okay, click on enter button. So I've written the name as Imran, and I want that in Airtable, whatever chat I write, let's say I have written Imran, but still you can see it is writing John. Why John? Because here, if you will going to see here, we have a fixed. We have said that I want a fixed value John here. So even though if someone will going to write another name, let's say if I write maybe, let's say, Alina. Okay, click on enter button. Now I've written Alina here, and you can see in chat input Alina is here, but still in the fixed we have set here as a John, and if you see in the Airtable, still John is recorded. So why that is happening? Because in N8N we have set a fixed value John, so every time automation we run, it will going to write here John. So that is something you have to make sure. Okay, and if I remove everything, so you can see it will just going to pass the blank value. So suppose if I go back and let's say this time I put maybe let's say daemon, click on enter button. Now you can see if you open it, daemon is recorded over here. You can see daemon, and we have not set any value here. So reason, you can see it has given us a blank space. Now let's say I want that whatever chat I put here, so that same name should be recorded over here in Airtable. So all you need to do is that it's very simple. So whatever the chat input, let's say I want here in the chat input, all the names are variable. Okay, that means whatever I am writing, so all the name is showing up over here. So what I can do is that I can copy this one. Okay, just take your cursor here in chat input and click it and drag it here to let's say name. So you can see now automatically once you put this value, it will turn to the expression. So expression means that every time the new value will be recorded as per the automation, not a fixed value. Okay, so now if you go back to the canvas and let's say this time wait, let me just remove all the records here, right click and delete. Okay, now let's say if I go ahead and if I write here maybe let's say Elena again, click on enter. Now automation is started and you can see Elena is recorded in the chat input here, and let's go here and you can see automatically Elena is recorded over here. Okay, so that's great. Let's try it out. So you can see it's so simple to use N8N. It's very simple. Okay, but we need proper instructor who can teach you step by step. Okay, otherwise what a lot many people do is that they just teach each and everything at the first shot, so that makes student complex to understand the concepts, and basically they forget all the concepts. So that's why it's important to go with step by step. Now let's say second thing I can write here, let's say Imran. Now again let's send the Imran chat. Again the automation is done, and in the record here you can see chat input, it's Imran. And if you go to Airtable, now you can see Imran is recorded. Now let's say this time I want the address to be let's say right here as a no, and here let's say I have put here as a fixed value. So every time the automation will run, so this no value will be recorded because it is a fixed value. Okay, so let's say if I run it, let's say this time I write maybe Kunal, click on enter as a name, and if you see here in the chat input, it's Kunal. And if you see here in Airtable, you can see Kunal is here no. Why? Because here we have set the fixed value as a no, and order is empty, so the reason it's showing order here empty. And why it's naming Kunal? Because in the chat input we have just dragged this expression Kunal1. Okay, so that's the reason it has shown over here. Okay, now let's play with it. Okay, so let's say if I go back and let's say if I clear all the executions, let's start this, reset the session. Now let's say I want that every time the Kunal should show up here, and in the address I want some specific value, and in order I want no. Okay, so let's say if I write where Kunal lives, let's say India blah 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 blah, so this is my address. If I click on enter button, so if you open it, so here you can see chat input, this has shown here, but in your Airtable nothing is showing here, because in if you will see here we have set the fixed value as Kunal. Okay, so this is something fixed and the order is also fixed, so the reason Kunal, and in order it is showing no. But let's say in the address, now this time I want to put this chat input. So guys, never think that chat input is limited to name or anything. So whatever you, so chat input will going to give you all the information which we will going to put inside the chat. So let's say if I drag it here under address, now if I just go ahead here and let's say if I write another address, let's say New York, Kunal lives in New York in this particular address, blah blah blah, pin code is blah blah blah, and let's click on the enter button. Automation started, and you can see this time chat input is showing New York, and as we have put it here in the address, so now this time you can see in the address it will record this. Okay, you can see New York blah 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 Kunal, he lives in this place, and order is no. Okay, so that is what you need to understand. So whatever expression you will going to drag over here, so according to that the value will show. Okay, so that is all I want to teach you over here. Now, one thing why I use chat right now, see, the thing is that if you open the chat, so chat is only giving us, if you open the record here, so this chat input is only allowing us to give one answer. But in our case, we have a multiple answer. Like we also want to ask users about the name, address, and order. So the reason we are using form right now, okay, because if you use the chat, it will not going to allow you to get the multiple answer together. Okay, so let's say even if you write here the name, let's say Imran is the name. Okay, he lives in, let's say, address maybe New York and blah blah blah. Okay, and the order, let's say he want pizza, let's say. So we have written all the three answers, but if you enter it again, so it will only going to pass it in the one parameter, and in the automation you will see it here. But actually we want that Imran should come here in the name, address here, and what is the order, that is the pizza. So that is what actually we want, right? So that is not possible with the chat. Okay, so that is the reason we are going with the form. So all you need to do is just remove it, and once you remove this, so see what will going to happen. So if you will going to notice here, if you click on the plus button, now it will ask you the trigger, because N8N will always going to work with the trigger. Okay, so it will not going to allow you to add, another app or action or anything or AI, because it is always asks you to add the trigger. You need to add the trigger. Click on the plus button, and let's say I want on form. Okay, I want the form. So click on the form and click on go back to canvas, and you can just drag the nodes here like this, any node here and there, let's say like this. Now I want to connect it, let's say with this one, so I will tap this plus button and put it and connect it over here. So now they both are connected with each other. Now on form submission, just open it. Now here we have a plenty of things, but authentication now no. So the form title, so let's say I want this form for, let's say, my bakery. Okay, and the form description, so what is the form, this, let's say, bakery one. Okay, form description you can just write it if you want. Okay, let's say we can say thanks. Okay, but the main thing is this, add form element. So if you click on add form element, it will ask the field name. So let's say field name is that I want to ask about the people name. So name, you have to go here and put here, let's say, name, and make sure that whenever you write anything, okay, so anything is case sensitive. That means name here n is capital, and even if you write everything in small, so N8N will going to treat them as a different element. Okay, so make sure that you be careful with the what you're typing. So here you can see a table we have written in title case, that means n is capital and rest are small. So I will just going to write here name like this, and name is what, it's a what type. Okay, you can just set here, let's say if it's a file, email, or just a text. Okay, so you can just write here it's a text, and placeholder if you want to put, so you can put that, but it's something not that much required. Okay, you can just write enter name maybe. Okay, okay, so if you click on add form element, the another one we have here is the address, if you see. Okay, so I will just going to write here a dd address. Okay, make sure the spelling here and spelling here match with each other, and it's a text. Yes, again it's a text. Okay, so I can put here, and let's say here I can say enter address like this. Now the third form here I want order. Okay, so I want people to, let's say, order. Again it's a text. Okay, placeholder you can write, let's say, enter order details like this. That's it. Now if you go back to the canvas, you can see all the error is gone. Now let's save it. Always make sure that you save your automations every time. So now let's run it. So if you execute the workflow, so now what will going to happen, a new form will going to open. You can see here name, it is asking address and order. And by the way, one thing, first remove each and everything, right click and delete. Okay, so let's say I want here name. Okay, so let's say name is Imran. He can put his address, blah 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 blah, anything. Okay, order, let's say you want pizza with, let's say, extra cheese. Okay, like this. He will click. That is what we want. We want the users to write the name, address and the order. Okay, so that is the form we created. So we created a name and the address, and third one is the order. So user will put that, and when they click on the submit button, so you can see, if you close it and go here, and you can see on form submission has been done. So here you can see that it has recorded name as a Imran, his address and the order which he has given. Okay, awesome. But if you go here to Airtable, open it, and here you can see the previous step. So always remember that whenever N8N will run, so always it will going to record the previous information. So on form submission has recorded this, so all this information will pass to the another node, which is this one. So here also you can see that information. Okay, but if you will see in the automation, it has recorded Kunal and no. Why? Because here we have set here name as a Kunal and order as a no. Address is for the chat one, so we have removed the chat, so that's why it not work. Now all you need to do is that remove all of them. Okay, like this, and here is the name. So I will just going to drag the name here like this. Address, its address is here, so I will record the address here like this, and the order, so order, let's record it here. Awesome. Now just go back to canvas. Everything is done. Let's execute it again. Let's say this time it's let's say Alina, her address, let's say blah 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 blah, number, anything, and let's say she needs cake with chocolate, choco bar, something like that. Click on submit, and you can see the automation will run and it will execute here, and you can see the form is been submitted with the records. And if you see here in the AI table, it has recorded that Alina and all such things. Okay, and if you go here to the record, you can see it has recorded that Alina, her address and the order she has given. Okay, so you can close this tab. Okay, amazing, right? Let's play it again just one time. Okay, now this time let's say it's Rohit, and his address is blah 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 blah, anything, and he want to say pizza with extra cheese. Okay, let's go ahead, submit it. Automation run here and it completed. And now if you will go here, you can see Rohit, his address and order he has given. So that's how amazing it is, my dear friends. So that exactly what we have uh, want to create. We have created that. We created a form where people can fill the details, and that should be recorded in Airtable. So that is what exactly happening right now. Okay, so that's how easy to create the automation. Now guys, what we will going to do is that we will proceed with next step. That is that everything will be same till now, but we will now try to teach you with advanced AI, which is the AI node. Remember, in the nodes type we have told you trigger, action, and let's focus on advanced AI. So how you can use the AI okay, inside your automation. So let's take that this is our automation and it's now perfectly recording it. Okay, now let's say I want to create a new one which is a single line text, and I can just name it as a segment. Okay, so segment will allow me, okay, click on create field, to tell me whether it's cake or pizza. So that is what it will going to do. Okay, so now we will going to make AI. Okay, we will basically the thing is that people will going to put the order that I want pizza with extra cheese, and also AI will try to understand this particular order, and it will figure it out whether it's related to pizza segment or a cake segment. Okay, So I know it's very basic, but just to explain you guys, okay, we will going to do this. So using order, okay, AI will basically understand whether it's a pizza or cake. So ask AI to tell other segment whether it's a pizza or cake. So AI will tell us in the segment whether this particular thing is a pizza or it's a cake, right? So what you need to do now is that we have the record. Now I want you click on the plus button, and here you can see the AI. So action we have discussed, now AI. Okay, so click on AI, and this AI agent is very popular. Okay, and that is what we were going to use. Click on here, and always remember that right now you can see we have here the chat or define below. So whenever you use chat as a trigger, so remember the chat trigger which we have used. So so that chat trigger, if you use, just double click on it to open it. So you have to select the first option, otherwise you can tap here, and for all the other cases you will use this define below. Okay, so now this is what it is. Okay, uh, so now we will going to tell AI what to do the tasks. Okay, so we will say, hey, on the basis of below order, okay, tell me, tell, okay, in single word that order is uh, related to let's say uh, pizza or let's say cake. Okay, like this. Now by the way, you can even increase it like this. Okay, so that is what I have set in the prompt to AI. Now I will put the colon, and here I will put the order. Okay, so order. So now how, so whatever the user will put the order. So let's say, so just drag that order expression here and put it maybe let's say over here. Okay, like this. So now that's what we have done. So even if you click here, here, okay, so it will open the complete thing. So you can see that's how it works. Hey, on the basis of below order, tell in a single word that the order is related to pizza or the cake. Now if you basically go back to the canvas, now you can see that we have done. So as we have told you about AI model, okay, so if you remember that we have even taught you about AI agent. So we will going to use AI models, okay, in our AI agent. So we can use GPT model, Flex and Pro. So just click on this chat model, and here you will see all the models which you want to use. Let's say I want to go with the OpenAI chat model. If you tap here, so here it way you just need to connect your OpenAI account. Now where you can see this OpenAI AI account. Why? Because if you go back, save it, go to your overview. Okay, save it first. Okay, and click on credentials. So here we have already included the OpenAI one. Okay, so in case if you don't know how to integrate it, so as we have discussed every single time, just go to my website kukucourses.com. Just go to library, click on free library, and here you will see this N8N credentials and integrations. Click on the view page button, and here you can watch this video. Click on view button, and you can easily integrate N8N with OpenAI. So let's again go back to the workflow. Now just open this OpenAI chat model, and here you can select which model you want to use. Okay, uh, incorrect API provided. Okay, so I guess the API is incorrect, or we have deleted it. So can see that I went to the platform.openai.com. I will copy a new API key. I will simply go to again the credentials. So by the way, if you watch this video now, this particular OpenAI, just click on view button. It will show you how you can integrate it step by step. Okay, so I just don't want to waste time. Open it and remove this key. You can see, paste the new key, save it, make sure don't share your key with anyone else, and it's connected. You can see here. Now I again go to the workflow, and this time I will go to the automation. Now if I click on AI agent, so everything is perfect. Let's go and check here. Now this time it will make sure OpenAI is selected, and now this time it is giving me which model to choose. You can choose anyone. GPT-5 is currently, when I'm recording, it's the most powerful, but you can just go with anyone. Okay, so I can just go with, let's say, GPT 4.1, let's say mini. Okay, let's go with it. You can choose any model. Now that's it. Now this AI, what it will going to do is that it will analyze it. So this particular node, okay, this will going to do the tasks, and it will going to do the tasks on the basis of the prompt we have given. So if you open the AI agent one, here you can see in the prompt, okay, so it's the instruction you're giving to AI. So what I'm saying that, hey, on the basis of this below order expression, you have to tell me whether it's a pizza or cake. That's it. So let's try and see. Let's execute the workflow. By the way, okay, so let me just remove each and every one. Again, right click and delete it. Okay, let's go here, click on execute workflow. Okay, it will open the form. I will just going to name it, let's say Imran here. His address, where Imran lives, he can put his address. Order, let's say cake with let's say vanilla toppings, vanilla choco toppings. Okay, like this. Submit it, execution will happen, and boom, the automation will, you can see that AI agent is doing the tasks, and you can see everything is done, and you can see workflow executed successfully. So if you see your AI table, you can see that it has given us each and everything. But here, okay, so you can see name, address, and order is recorded of the user. But if you go to AI agent, let's see AI agent has done the task or not. So you can see AI agent, after seeing the order, it has said that it's a cake, right? So that is exactly what AI is doing right now. So this AI node is basically using the order. It is telling us that which segment it is, whether it's a cake or you know uh, pizza. So you can see that Imran has said cake with vanilla. So I understood that it is comes under the cake. So this is the segment. But if you see in the air table, you can see in the segment it's showing nothing. Why? Because we have not yet map it. So to map it again, what you can do is that, let's close this. Okay, you can again click on the plus button. Okay, and go to the action. Okay, because I want to record this as well. Okay, in the table, so I will click on action, just search for the app you want to use, which is a AI table, and this time I will go with the update record. Reason? Because see, the record is already created, but I want to update it with the segment. Okay, I because record is already created in the previous step. Now I just want to update it. Okay, so that is what I will going to do. So I will simply going to click on this update record. So I will click on the update record, and this time again automation record. Okay, automation 1 selected perfectly. Base will be this one, automation 1. Table, which is the table 1, and it will open each and everything like name, address, order, and segment. Okay, and remember that AI agent has given us the response output as a cake. So this is the expression. It will always going to change as per the order, but in this order expression, okay, it will going to store. And by the way, here you can see a table record as well, previous all the actions that has been happened. Like you can see on order submission that has happened. Okay, so that you can see here at the very last. Then the second step is create a record, so that action and information you see over here. And the third one is the AI data, so it will show the AI agent data over here. Okay, so what I need to do is that I have to leave the name, address, and order as it is. I don't have to do anything. What I need to do is just to change the segment, okay, and update the segment. So I will just drag the output response here, boom, like this, done. That is what I need to do, because all this data has been already done in the previous step. Okay, so in this create a record, here we have already mentioned, so it will going to create the record. But this time I will just going to update the record with the segment. That's it. Now if you run the automation again, let's close all the remaining one which we are not using. Okay, so let's execute the workflow again. Let's start from the scratch. This time Elena, she needs, let's say, she will put her address. Let's say she needs, let's say, a, mid size pizza with extra mayonnaise. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, so I don't know spelling about it, but it's related to pizza. Submit it, and if you see, the automation will start. Let's wait for it to end. Okay, so here you can see your request is invalid or could not be processed by the service. Let's see what problem we have faced. Could not be processed by the service because you must provide an array of the ID. Okay, so the thing is that ID, it is asking for the ID. So ID means just go to on form submission. Okay, here you don't find the ID, click on create a record. So you can see here you find the ID, right? So you just have to drag the ID over here. So this will make N8N understand that, because see, in the record, if you will going to see, they have this ID1, ID2. So in which particular ID you want to update that. So that is what it is saying. Now let's start it again. Okay, so let me just start from the scratch, or let's run it again. Okay, so I fix it, save it. Now let's execute the workflow. So you can see I'm not editing anything. All the errors I'm showing in front of you. So even if any error occurs, okay, so N8N will show you that, okay, where the problem is. So according to that, you can fix it. Now you can say it's waiting for the trigger event, that is the form. So let's wait. So this time, let's say Selena. Okay, her address, maybe let's say her address, she lives in, let's say, Singapore, maybe something like that. Order, let's say she ordered, um, let's say large, okay, pizza with chicken, let's say. Okay, it will be, let's say, large. Okay, just submit it, see the automation will start to work. Let's see, and boom, automation executed successfully. Now if you see here automation here, so you can see in the segment it has now put pizza. Okay, so everything is working. Let's close these things. Okay, and if you see, AI agent will now see that it's talking about, the order is talking about pizza. So now it has said that it is a pizza, and that same thing it has put here in the segment. Okay, so it will go to the pizza department. You can think it like that. Okay, so that's how you can say we have built the automation. Very simple and easy, my dear friends. Okay, nothing complicated, and we have used trigger node, action node, and even AI node. So hope you guys are getting the idea, and don't worry even if you're totally new. So it could be complex, but as you will going to practice more and more, you will basically going to understand each and everything perfectly. Okay. Now, guys, we will going to learn about utility in the same example. So till previous one, our AI has using the order. Okay, it has sent that order details to AI, and it can now understand that whether it's related to cake or pizza, and that segment is now able to be recorded over here in the AI table, right? So which is great. Now let's make it little bit more advanced. Now I will also going to use a utility node. So it's also a utility node. Remember, in utility node we have here. So if you click on the plus button, you can see here we have a data transformation, flow, and core. So these three combined is what it is known as utility. Okay, data transformation, core, and flow, when you combine them together, so it will be considered as a utility node. Now plenty of things. So utility node, it's something related to data. You can play with the data, okay, like you can clean, duplicate, remove, route, and much more. So let's see that in the action, okay, the utility node. Now what we want is that using utility, we want to switch the segment to department. So basically what we want is that we want to segment it. That means whenever, let's say, any data will come, so I want to segment it, whether it's related to pizza, okay, or cake. So I can simply, click on this plus button, and now you can basically go to data transformation, and here you guys can see plenty of the option. We have plenty lot of things. Even if you go to, let's say, core, here also you will going to see plenty of other things, but right now we will go with the flow. And here we have this switch route items depending on the defined expression. Okay, so if you click on it, so this is the switch. If you click on back, so the switch is added, right? So it help you to add the rules. For example, if I open it, so here you can see I can add the rules, multiple rules. So now let's say here in the previous example, we have got the segment. Okay, segment. So I can say something like this. Let's say if I put the or drag the segment here, so I can say if the segment is related to, or let's say if it's let's say is equal to pizza, and I can add another rule. Again, I can drag the segment, and let's say if the segment is related to cake, sorry, make sure that be careful with the spelling cake, okay, because if you remember in the previous one, to the AI we have is mentioned that pizza spelling is P, where P is capital and rest everything is small. And similarly in cake, the C is capital and everything is small. So that same thing you have to follow over here. Okay, so because uh, AI will going to give you either pizza, where P will be capital and rest everything is small, and same with the cake. Okay, so if you put a small k or a small p in the pizza, so it could be a problem. Now see what will going to happen. Okay, so let's say if I execute the workflow again, let's say this time I want to put, let's say, uh, daemon, and let's say daemon address is, let's say, New York. Okay, specific address, blah blah blah, and the order, let's say, daemon is uh, I need cake for my girlfriend. Okay, uh, on cake, let's say, uh, Sneha should be written. So this is basically the customer demand and order. So now if submit it, and once it's submitted, you can see automation will start, and boom, done. And if you see here, you can see that Damon New York, and now AI has identified that it is a pizza. So if you check here on form submission, you can see each and everything we have here. Okay, then Airtable will create the record. Okay, and then AI agent will identify whether it's the order which the user has demanded. So is it cake or pizza? So AI has said it's cake. Then it will go to the next step where it will going to update in the AI table. You can see in the segment it will put cake, and then the switch. So if you see here the switch, now what switch has done? So you can see switch has now identified two things, pizza and cake. And if you go back to the canvas, now here you can see you have two options. If you see it over here and here. Okay, so right now AI can say that it's related to cake. Okay, and if you will going to notice in the switch, we have cake in the second, and the first is the pizza, and second one is the cake. So cake in the second position, and right now we have the user demanded for the cake. So you can see the green line. This green line will go here, 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 and here see carefully. It has not went to the first position because first is related to pizza. Okay, you can see in the switch first position is related to pizza, but this time the order was related to cake, so the reason it went here in the cake. Now let me also show you with that another example. Let's say execute the workflow again. Now let's take with the pizza example. Let's say this time let's say uh, Stephen. Okay, address of the Stephen, you can put it over here. Let's say uh, uh, let's say uh, Stephen need pizza. Okay, even we write pizza in small, pizza with let's say Coca-Cola, something that is the demand of the customer. Submit it, automation will run. Okay, and if you will check here in the AI table, you can see that pizza. Okay, so everything worked. And now just see the workflow. Let me close this too. Now see the workflow and check it very carefully. Now the it went in the first position. You can see item in the first and the first line. So the first line, why it went? Because here the pizza is in first position. So basically switch help you to route the particular details like pizza. If it's related to pizza, okay, so it will go to the first route. Okay, and if it's related to cake, it will go to the second route. And now it will allow us that if it's related to pizza. Okay, so what we want to do? So guys, see here in our case, so utility node, which is switch node, we have used under utility that help us to segment the data. Okay, and it has done that. But now what? Now what we want, that action in app with Gmail, send email. Like we have action in app with Airtable where we have record the data. Now we want that whenever uh, the segment will be defined. So we want the action in a app with a Gmail, and we want to send email. Okay, so let's say because we want that when the segment is defined, whether it's a pizza or cake, and when the switch will properly going to segment it. So if it's related to pizza, so we will send to the pizza department one email. If it's related to, let's say, cake, it will send to the cake department one email. So let's say right now it's a pizza, so I will, let's say, click on the plus button here. Okay, and once you do this, again we need to use action, because action, action note, it basically help you with the apps to integrate. But make sure one thing which I want to tell you is that first save it, just go to your overview, go to credentials, and make sure that you integrate Google services. So for that also we have set the integrations for you. If you go to N8N integrations, so here you will going to see we also have the Google integration over here. You can see N8N Google integration. Make sure once you do that, everything you will learn how we have integrated it. So make sure that you watch this video to integrate Google services, and it will work for Gmail, Google Drive, and all the Google services. So make sure pause the video and watch this video of Google. Okay, and you will be able to integrate, let's say, Gmail. Okay, so we will use it for this automation. So just go to your workflow, go to automation again. Now it's related to pizza, so I will click on plus button, action in app, and let's say I want to select the Gmail app. I will select the Gmail app, and I want to send the message. Okay, so let's say you will see the send a message. You can see send a message. Okay, and let's say Gmail account, we have already integrated that message we want to send. So what operation you want? So let's say message we want to do, send, delete, so we want to send it. And to, let's say, to pizza department, wait, let me, I will going to put, just for an example, here I will put my, let's say, this email. Okay, you can put to any specific, whether it's, let's say, pizza department, you can put pizza department email, but just for testing. Okay, let's say pizza order. Okay, and by the way, email type, and then you can mention the message. And by the way, we have to execute the previous notes. Let's tap here. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's go back. Okay, let's uh, run it, because what we want is that when it send the pizza order to the pizza department, we even want to mention the name, address, and the order of the customer, right? So on that basis, pizza department will maintain it, but we cannot see the previous data. So for that we again have to run our automation. Let's see. Let's execute it. Okay, problem with the run flow. Okay, so until unless you will not going to remove this, or you can do one thing, you can just cross the click on that. Wait, let me show you again. So you can click on this button, okay, and then you can try to run the automation. So let's say uh, gen, okay, address large pizza. Okay, so that is what I have set over here. Submit it. You can see automation will start to run, and you can see it has executed. Okay, now still it will not show it. Why? Now we have even run it. So all you need to do is just connect it like this. Now you will be able to see the data, see the pizza here. Okay, exactly each and everything. Now in the message, okay, pizza order will go. So now what you need to do is that you can just put the pizza order. Okay, just put the name, or what you can do is that you can just do one thing like this. You can just write here name, okay, or click on the expression, okay, name, or even you can click on this button here, okay, this small arrow which you see. Click on it, it will open the complete thing. So here you can just write name, address where the order has to be delivered, and what is the customer demand and order, like this. Now what you can do is that from the switch we have got the name, so just put the name here, address just drag it over here, and the segment just drag it, not segment, okay, where is the order, this one order, just put the order here, okay, like this. So the pizza department will going to get all such details. Okay, just tap here, go back to the one, and same what you can do is that you can simply right click, and let's say duplicate it over here and connect this one. But here in the second one it should be related to cake order. Make sure if you have some other email for the cake department, just put that email of the cake department. Okay, and same details of the order and all will be same. Okay, that's it. Now let's see that in the action. Let's start it. Let's say this time Kunal. Okay, address, let's say Kunal address is, let's say whatever it is. Order, let's say small pizza I want to order. Submit. Let's see the automation if we face any error. So you can see it right now, it's pizza. So that's the reason it went to the top one. You can see the item went in the first one. Okay, so it has went, and let's see the email whether we have got the, okay, or basically we will going the automation will send me the detail that it's a pizza order. You can see just right now 0 minutes ago, and it has mentioned the name, address, and the order what the customer has done. Okay, automatically with N8N. So that's how, my dear friends, the things work. Okay, and that's how we have taught you about nodes. And frankly speaking, we have covered trigger, action, advanced AI node, utility node. But frankly speaking, there are plenty of other nodes, like in the data transformation you have code filter and all. So guys, for each and everything, if you go to, let's say, kukucourses.com, go here to courses, and guys, we have here N8N. Okay, or even you can just search for N8N on my website, and by the way you will find this complete course N8N. And guys, here you will basically going to learn my complete masterclass. It's basically 12 to 13 hours course, and in future we will going to add more lessons, okay, more things. So in this masterclass you will basically learn plenty of the nodes we have. Currently we have only discussed few, but you can learn each and every of the nodes here in deep. okay, with my this N8N course. Okay, so if you're interested, you can just grab it. It will really going to help you out. Okay, and that is what I wanted to teach you. So just go to my website just for $5 you can purchase it. But frankly speaking, we have plenty of other courses on AI and all. If you go to the courses, we have plenty. One of them build e-commerce website, Sendfox email marketing. Okay, we have artificial intelligence course. If you go to the second page, we have finance related courses, data analytics related courses, programming, and much more. So either you can purchase this course at a one time, or you can purchase our membership. So we have a two membership subscription. So it will cost $20 per year, or the lifetime plan. Okay, so currently the lifetime deal is going on. So once you go with the lifetime deal, so you can get this course plus all the remaining courses we have in our website, okay, for lifetime. And when we launch new courses, you will also be able to access the new courses as well. So this is the benefit you will going to get. So just make sure that you guys go ahead, check my website and check my N8N course if you actually want to learn N8N in more detail. Okay, so for now I believe that you guys have learned plenty of things with our N8N notes, and we have even taught you what is notes. Okay, what are the different types of notes. Okay, and plenty of things we have discussed, right? So that is all I wanted to teach you guys over here. Okay, so that's it. Okay, guys, and one more thing, that throughout the time, if you see that this we have created a complete AI agent with automation together. So while learning, okay, each and everything, we have, okay, from starting to end, from what is AI agent, okay, to what is automation. So you can see I have taught you step by step in the most easiest way. We have set up our anything, we have easily went with all the other things, and at the end we are now able to build, okay, our automation with AI agent. And this is your first AI agent you have built with myself, okay, with me, sorry. Okay, so you can see, so amazing, right? So that's how I explain. And if you really love how I explain to you, so you can always subscribe and uh, help me to grow more. And if you want to support me financially, so you can get my memberships, and you can see complete curriculum from teaching you rag and AI agent, everything, XML, JSON, everything has been covered in my masterclass, by the way. So that's all I wanted to tell you. Okay,